Well, hello, it's Wednesday, so it must be time for Willie Hat's Wednesday Whip, and you join me on a lovely sunny spring day. The daffodils are out, the sun's shining, a little bit of a breeze in the air, but really rather lovely. And I've been out and about in the garden, and I've been for a little run as well. So a lovely spring day, which is nice, isn't it? Because there's lots of other crappy stuff going on in the world. It's nice to have a sunny day and appreciate what is around you. So what have I been up to? Well, I've done lots of finishing off this week, which is great. So you might remember I was doing some socks for Mr. W. So here are the said socks. Da, da, da. So this is West Yorkshire Spinners Signature full ply wool, and it's blue face Leicester and nylon, and it's got a bit of sparkling. Yeah, you see this bit of sparkle? And they're Christmassy socks. Mr. W got the ball of wool in his stocking, and he gave it to me to bake into socks. So there you go. So there we are, lovely socks there. And you might remember that part of it nearly got sucked up into the vacuum cleaner. So that's where that was there. But it doesn't look, you have to look for it really. And especially if you do that, you hide it quite well. So there you go, a pair of socks for Mr. W, and he'll be looking forward to wearing those. I'm blocking those on some wooden blocks. You don't have to block socks because they're just going on your feet, but I think it makes it look quite nice. And if you're photographing them to show people on Instagram or Facebook, it looks really rather smart than sticking your own feet in. There you go. So I'll put that to one side. So other things I've been doing now. You might remember before Christmas I sort of showed a number of whips that I'd found. I was having a little delve in my whip drawer, and I found this crochet top, which I started quite a long time ago. The yarn is from Ripplescraft yarn up in the west coast of Scotland, which I went to some years ago now, and it's lovely merino wool 4-ply. But there you go. So there's the top there. It was advertised. It was in Inside Crochet, Spanish lady designer, but I just thought it was lovely. And there's a few ends to tie in, but I love the design. So this bit here. This is created by crocheting into the back of the stitch in a half treble. So often you'd see this used as a rib or something, which means it's quite nice and stretchy. These, you've got lots of bubbles, and again the same technique of crocheting into the back of the stitch, which gives it a nice ridge and textured look, which is great. So I'm looking forward to that. So although it's a 4-ply, it is quite warm actually, but it might be a nice thing to wear in the spring. So there you go. So that is my lovely top that I shall enjoy wearing after I've sewn in or woven in the ends. And again, I blocked it, so I printed it out for the dimensions and sort of dampened it, pinned it out and let it dry, and that makes it look a lot less crumbled, and it looks a lot better when you put it on. So that's that. So having finished 2 projects, I can start something else. So there's 2 things happening this week. One is Mr. W has asked me to make something for a friend's son who is 3 or 4 years old. And so I've ordered wool. Yes, I've ordered new wool. So I'm just going to find a picture of him here. Should have got this open before. There we go. So there you are. So that's what I'm going to be making. So I think that's quite a nice little knit for a boy, for a young boy, or even a young girl. And it's Rowan wool. It's a Rowan pattern. It's Martin Story, one of my faves. He does a lot of good stuff with cable and stuff. But this one he did it's a few years ago now. He did a nice little booklet for knits for boys between, or it says children, so yeah, it can be girls as well, 3 to 12 years. But all the little people in there are boys. And there's some really rather nice things in there. So I'm going to have a go at that. So I've ordered some yarn. Now originally this is knitted in original denim, which now is discontinued. So I've had to go on to Yarnsub. Now if you don't know Yarnsub, it's a great website, because if you have a discontinued yarn, or you don't like the yarn that has been prescribed for or in the pattern, because it's got things in it you're allergic to or something like that, then it's a great way, or even if it's too expensive, it's a great way of finding some alternative yarn that's going to work quite well. So I went on to that. So now I've ordered some wool from Laughing Hens, and it's a cotton. So this is original denim, that was a cotton thing, and it shrank after you knitted it, so it's quite hard to replace. But anyway, hopefully that will work out with the cotton that I'm going to use there. I'm using a grey and a green. So that'd be nice. So that's a project that I will be doing, and I need to finish it by early April, because that's when Mr. W is going to go and see his friend with a little boy, and I'm going to be going up to Scotland as well. So when I get the wool, I'm going to have to knit like the clappers, as they say. So the other thing, just to keep me amused, is that now that I finished one crochet project, I thought I'd try another one. Now, you might remember that earlier in the year, or was it before Christmas? I can't remember. I went to Black Sheep Yarns and did an impromptu buy, which is always dangerous, isn't it? I bought a kit to make Janie Crow's Persian tiles. Now, Jane Crow does some excellent blankets. In fact, that is one there. That's a sunflower one. But she does some really, it's the way she puts her colours together as well. So you can use your own colours. Anyway, I bought the kit and my friend bought the kit. So we both have different approaches. So my friend is doing each tile and then moving on to the next one. But I do a different way of that. So I start off by, I've started doing 8 tiles, and I get to a point and then I add another row on there. And the reason I do that is because I don't forget what stitches to use on each round. So as you get bigger and bigger, and if you go and do the whole tile, you can see there's lots of different rows. So when you start again, it's almost like learning the pattern again. So that's what I've done. So I've started 8 out of the 16 of these. So I've started 8 of them now. So I'm doing that there. So that kept me amused last night while watching Silent Witness. So there you are. Those are my lovely, lovely projects that I've got on the go. And yes, there are probably some more others in the drawer somewhere, but we'll see. That's all from me this week. I hope you're having a lovely week, and I hope you get a chance to go out into the lovely sunshine and boost up your vitamin D levels. Was it B? Anyway, whichever vitamin it is, they're boosted. And hopefully I shall see you soon. Bye for now.